it's Layla Shaver with My RA Lawyer, and I wanted to talk to you about a very important topic, and that is legal support. You're like, what? Legal support? Legal support for your RIA. Listen, you're growing, you have a lot of regulatory changes you're trying to figure out, you're bringing on new people, and now all of a sudden you have HR issues, you're bringing on new clients, now maybe you have some clients that you probably were thinking twice about bringing them on board, and now you're like, maybe I shouldn't have. Listen, as you grow and evolve and bring on more people into your business, you're going to inevitably face legal issues. And it's really important that you have effective counsel and you have access to effective counsel. Now, I get it. You're thinking, I'm too small for in-house counsel. Oh, attorneys. Probably insert some horrible legal joke about a lawyer dying or getting too drunk or getting smacked or beat up or something like that, right? But access to legal advice is super important, especially now when there's so much regulation happening and we're experiencing some market volatility. So now more than ever, RIAs need access to effective legal counsel. So I'm going to talk about 5 different ways having legal support is a benefit to your business. So number 1, when you are outsourcing your legal support, you're saving yourself money because you're not bringing in someone full-time. A, you may not need them full-time. B, you may be too small for a full-time person. But it also means you get to have your choice of the litter. That's right, there's so many lawyers out there. Not all of them are great. But this is a way to test and trial and error with different firms until you find a good fit for you that provides you the legal support that you need, and you can create a partnership with that person. So as your relationship grows and you get to know each other better, that person can provide you more effective legal advice. Second benefit of getting that effective legal advice and counsel, it means you can finally get help on figuring out all these damn regulations. There is so much regulation coming out rapid fire, to the point if you go to a FINRA conference or an SEC event where there are SEC enforcement people talking or SEC examiners talking, they're all talking about how they understand how concerned advisors are about how much regulation there is. But don't worry, we've slowed it down a little. Now it's just 1 per month, right? They're not stopping regulation, they're slowing it down so we can respond. But you need that support. There's too many compliance people out there saying we're not lawyers, we can't tell you how to implement the rule because we can't give you legal advice on how this rule pertains to you, right? We can't interpret the law for you. So you need good legal support so they can inform you about what the rules are, how they impact your firm, and what you need to do to comply with that rule. And good legal counsel can help you think through those things and work with your internal team to complete the documentation and training with your team to ensure those processes are implemented so you can stay compliant with all the changing regulation. Having access to good legal advice also means that you can handle complex legal issues with ease. When you have a great legal partner, they can manage a lot of different matters with you, right? Whether it's you're interested in acquiring an office or a book of business, they can create the legal documents. Dealing with an SEC audit, they can help you through that. Under investigation with enforcement, they can defend you in that matter. Maybe you brought on a new advisor and their former employer just sent them a cease and desist. No matter what the legal issue facing your firm, having good legal counsel can help you with a variety of issues. And when you find the right partner that has experience in the securities industry and with RAs more specifically, you can get the kind of experience and skill you need to manage a myriad of different issues that face your firm. Fourth benefit of having access to effective legal counsel, enhanced risk management. What am I talking about? Listen, there's a lot of risk you take on managing and running an RIA, right? You've got risk to mitigate with your clients, right? You've got to look at their investment profiles. You got to communicate with them. You've got to monitor their accounts. If the market goes sideways, their liquidity needs change. Oh, I don't know, a hurricane came through and took out my house. I need to get some liquidity so I can go rebuild, right? Because insurance isn't covering it. There are things that come up. You've got to deal with that risk. You got to deal with the risk of bringing on employees, training them, delegating tasks to them. Have they done it? Have they completed it? Have they done it to the standard that is expected for that task? Did they miss anything? Did they make a trade error? Did they not complete a certain form? You take on a ton of risk. And there's risk associated with the technology you use, the vendors you outsource services to. You have risk everywhere. Effective legal counsel is going to help you figure out what are all those areas of risk, identify opportunities to mitigate that risk, and then create a plan of going in and starting to mitigate that risk from a need to deal with this now to a this would be nice for you to deal with. You can take your time with me. So really looking and prioritizing those areas of risk and figuring out from a high risk to low risk perspective, what are the areas that you should tackle first? And it's really important to get access to that legal counsel and have really good, effective legal counsel working with you to ensure they're working with you to identify those areas of risk and mitigate. Fifth and final tip I have for you when it comes to getting effective legal counsel, why you should get it. So when you're in a period of growth and you're going through a ton of changes, I'm not talking about puberty, I'm talking about your business. You need effective legal counsel. They can deal with client transactions, acquisitions, bringing on new partners, looking at merging with another firm. You need that flexible legal support so they can be able to help you with due diligence, with contract reviews, with regulatory filings, with drafting the contracts, drafting the acquisition documents, communicating with clients, updating the investment management agreement. These are all things that would need to happen for you to be able to have a very smooth growth and transition phase. So it's really important to have that flexible legal guidance, that effective legal guidance to help you through that. Now I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, Layla, you told me all these things that I need to have and that effective legal counsel can help me with, and I'm interested, but who am I going to talk to? I don't know any securities lawyers. You know one. That's right. If you need effective legal advice and you're looking for someone who can help you with compliance, legal, and everything in between, then give us a call, 770-462-2118. We can do it all.